how you can get free without limitations and more freedom. But first thing first, I'll show you my story, right? So I was addicted to video games, insecure and no plans in life like many of us. I was not able to build muscle or track my trainings because of the lack of knowledge. And that was the biggest problem for myself at that time. But the intention was there. I was like, I really want to change. I really want to get out of this place where I'm feeling, weak. I'm skinny. Everyone is, making jokes about me and my body. So I was like, you know what? I'll try it. I'll try it. And I put everything that I have to make it happen. Okay. Fast forward to now. Basically, I have built my dream physique doing calisthenics and weights. I'm traveling around the world, coaching people online. So let's go through my story. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Okay, perfect. Yeah, here we go. So who is Nahu? Probably most of you guys have been following my account or my YouTube channel for my calisthenics skills. Okay, but I want to go deeper into that. Okay, let's go into where it started. Insecure, addicted to video games, no idea what I was doing with my life at that time. Started working out alone with zero knowledge. I just want to change, like I'd say. Training outside by myself, no good at all, but still showing up anyway. Basically, at that time, I was going to this park, and when it was raining, it was impossible to train. But like I'd say, I was trying really hard to get in shape, and still, I was keep trying. You know what I mean? What happens after that? After like 2 years of working out, I start like seeing more results. I looked in on my room and my garage, training every day and building discipline. Finally, I got my first calisthenics skills like full planche, front lever, and I started seeing real progress. And after that, I started sharing what I have learned through my free courses. I was just giving for free the knowledge because I consider myself as a beginner. I was doing crazy skills, but in terms of experience, it's not the same to start helping people online. I start charging for that. So I decided to learn, like keep learning and keep sharing on social media. I got my first my first TikTok viral videos, and everything started growing. Right after that, 1 year later, I decided to take action, and basically I went all in when it comes to content creation. And I moved out of my parents' house, and like I'd say, I got the 100K YouTube reward, left my parents' house at 23, and I started living on my terms. That everything changed for me, because it was the gap between living with your parents, eating the food that probably your mother or your father is doing, and you cannot really how can I say, get enough return, because of course it's not your house. Is you know what I'm saying. So like what you're seeing now is like one of the most viral photos that I took, flexing food and steaks. But after 1 year of that, I was living in Argentina my entire life, 24 years there. And again, I'm obsessed with the idea of living out of my comfort zone. Why? Because I really enjoy the pressure of being out of the comfort zone. It makes me improve other areas of my life because of that. Because of being comfortable, is where I feel comfortable. I don't know if that makes sense, but most of you guys probably, if you're seeing this video, it's because you are not happy with yourself. So if you still do the same things and you don't change nothing, you are not going to have different results if you don't take different actions. So for me, it's constantly, I'm always thinking what is my next move, because as long as I take risks on my personal life, my physique and my habits are going to be out of their comfort zone at the same time. So it pushed me to find new ways and adapt myself for different situations. So I left my hometown and I went to the UK to improve my English as well and focus on coaching clients. I travel, I learn about life in too many aspects. Imagine being 24 years old and go alone without any members of your family, and yeah, like fight with life. I remember when I was traveling last year, it was crazy. Well, last year, we are in December 25, so we can say like 2 years ago. I was taking calls in front of the sea in Italy, man. I was like, is this even real? Then I moved out to Barcelona, which is the next and last step so far, which is fast forward to now. Living in Barcelona with the physique and the lifestyle that I always wanted. Let me pick this, which is the incrementum system, the Kaizen method. The Kaizen method is the Japanese philosophy that I have been using for the past 3-4 years, and it's not only for the physical part, it's also for different aspects of your life, like personal goals, personal habits, whatever. Why? Because it's the small improvements over time. It's basically the small percent every day. And as you can see here, these are some before and afters, okay, from my physique back then and how it looks right now. I mean, fast forward to now. But I'm gonna break down how I did it and how you can do it too with 5 simple steps, okay? This is pretty simple. Like, if you are, let's say, for example, you are walking on the street, you see the calisthenic part, or you see, I don't know, some people at the gym, older, old people, like 60, 70, and they are in shape. You are really surprised because how they can do it. Like, what is the secret? And they always say the same thing, which is habits. It's a lifestyle. How you can maintain that for over 15 years, because your lifestyle is aligned with your personal goals. All right. So it's not about bulking and cutting and again and again and again. It's not about that. It's about long term. Okay. So first thing first, real food. Okay. Whole food. I'm not taking supplements. I'm not taking any shortcut. I make sure that my meals are always with colorful. The plate, it has to be with different colors. That's my non-negotiable way to eat whole food. Okay, so this is like a roadmap, right? So just to have a better understanding, eat 3-4 times real food instead of processing food. Okay, that's gonna kill your progress, and you know that, but you are still moving in circles. Okay, so make sure to eat fruit, rice, eggs, fuel your body. Okay, meat, steak, veggies, cut the chunk and build momentum. Momentum is everything. Okay, I'll show you how you can implement this system. Okay, right after this, I'll show you how you can do it. Okay, so the 5-30 method is basically move outside, get some vitamin D, and go for a walk, man. We want to enjoy I will want to go out. I got you. I got your point. Most people were telling me, you are not enjoying life. You are in your 20s. What are you doing on a morning Saturday walking and listen to music? You can go to Paris. And I was like, yeah, but I figured out another way that I can really enjoy all the aspects of life. Because nowadays it's really common to see this. But you have to figure out what worked for you. Okay? So make sure to get some vitamin D and move your body. Okay? It's a life changing. The hydration system is basically drink full glass of water 5 days a week. Sorry. Then you hit your goals. For example, if you're always sitting at the computer or at the desk, or there is a place at your home that you're always there, make sure to have water, okay, so you can see it. It's another visual hook that I'm gonna explain you a bit later, okay. So with that being said, then we got the start and track, okay. Use an app or journal to see your progress every day. Check off your habits, watch your streak grow, and stay motivated. Because it's a different circle. When you start seeing progress, it's like a short motivation that you're gonna get, and then you go back to the beginning. And if you're consistent seeing how you've been doing it and how you've been before, it's like the motivation is going to be there every single time. Of course, the discipline plays a big factor, but what I'm trying to say is most people are always comparing themselves with the future themselves. Like, okay, I like this, but I want more. But what if you look at how you've been doing before and how you're doing now? Because, for example, with my clients, I used to explain them they should be proud of what they have done, because you have to set up the standards, but also you have to enjoy the process. If not, it doesn't make sense. Like, what is the point of always like reaching goals if you're always like unhappy? It's like a prison. It's you're not gonna go anywhere, right? So I call the next one the Sunday reset. Take 31 hour, whatever is your case, every Sunday, every weekend, to basically sit down, enjoy, eat the food that you want to eat. Don't feel that you are following like a strict diet or you are in jail. Make sure that you are always, every weekend or every Sunday, remember yourself, what you had done, and have fun, enjoy, bro, because it's not gonna take you anywhere if you're always putting pressure on you without any reward. Okay, if that makes sense? Because I feel like most people sometimes works, but most people are like this, okay? And I'm not saying, oh, go for all the restrictions. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, don't stop hanging out with your friends. Don't stop the funny stuff, because it's what makes you human. When you start trying yourself like a AI or like a robot, it's not gonna take you anywhere. Once again, because you are a human being, and yeah, it doesn't make sense from my point of view. So this is from the beginning of this year 2025, and this is November, last month. I'm still in this shape, but back then I was with 5 kg less. Why? If I was already transforming myself before, why I fell down, because sometimes we all have different lifestyles, we all have different phases and challenge, but what makes me fail was stop tracking, stop focus on the small things, the small habits. That's why in just 3 months I switch the whole routine and I stick to the basics. Meanwhile, every weekend I was having fun. I was going out with my girlfriend. I was, chilling, eating what I want to eat. I don't drink alcohol, but if I want to, I know I can, because I doing every single week, every single day. I'm making sure that the habits are there. Sleeping time properly, 8 hours, 7 hours, waking up earlier. All these small things are what makes you stand up and build yourself up every single time that you're failing. Alright, I'm gonna show you some client results. Here we go, Owen. He's from Canada. He got a kid and he can barely do a simple dip. And after 3 months, he's doing weighty dips like nothing. How we did it? Basically, getting into the system of small improvements over time, doing weekly calls, checking their form, right? Let's go with Jillian. This is Jillian first month, push-ups, and this is Jillian after that. The same thing. How we did it through calls, where I'm speaking to her, I'm showing her how he can make it better and how we can adjust the volume and intensity based on their goals. Here is one of the craziest one. This is Facu. This is the first month, 11th of August. This is from WhatsApp chat. And one of his goal was the front lever, the full front lever. So based on his context, I decided to take a different approach. This was the first month, and after 1 month, he was doing front lever. Not with the best form, but he was doing front lever in 1 month. That's crazy. Then we got Damian from 20 kg on weighted dips to 80 kg. Well, not 80, 70 kg. He was doing 80 in all sets, but he's doing reps, 4 reps. Okay. Then we got Ivan from Argentina. This is him before the first month. And this is him after that. After getting sick, he's still able to do this. A 90-degree negative. That's crazy. And yeah, well, what I can say, you can go to my Instagram and you're gonna see a bunch of different people progressing, losing body fat. So here's the thing, why the incrementum system is so effective. Why is that? Because every time that I'm jumping on a call with my clients, even if they are working at the hospital with long shifts like Angel or Salman from Saudi Arabia, which is working in the finance space, doing business trips every single month actually, or Owen, he got a kid, he works on construction from Canada, or Jillian from Switzerland. All these people, why they got in common? They don't have enough time to work out, but they are still showing up. And that's why the incrementum system is so easy and simple to apply that everyone can do it. It's just have the right path with the right execution, so you can be more accountable and you can get the results that you always wanted, right? So the side effects of being on my coaching program is basically we had built an amazing community with different people, and the most important part of this is the environment, right? And I used to talk about this many times, because Your environment is going to determine the type of life that you are going to have. Tell me your 5 friends and I'll tell you who you are. It's simple like that. If you are, I don't know, in a group of people that are always eating processed food, you're going to be the 5. That's how it works. Okay. So every single time that you are taking healthy habits or you are taking actions that are going to involve yourself, that you are prioritizing yourself, the side effects around you are going to be people like your family, your girlfriend, your kids are going to be taking basically the same or similar actions like you just because you are inspiring them. You are inspiring these people to also make actions. Why? Because they are seeing the proof. It's not that you are talking about. It's all about the actions, that you're waking up earlier, that you are drinking your water, you are making sure that you are eating whole food. That's all about. And I want to make this super clear and straight to the point because probably it's not the main thing. But let me ask you one question. Like, if you start working out, if you start doing something for your life, would you think that people around you is going to ask you or is not going to notice of your changes? Of course, people are going to start talking about you. They are going to start talking about the decisions if you are bringing the meal prep, whatever. So part of the side effects of taking, accountability and start taking care of your physical, of your health, is going to be the people around you are going to be inspired by you to take similar actions, or we hope so. Okay, because this is not about other people's opinions. This is about the side effects of having a good environment. That's it. I got more. So all these people that you had been, so all these people, some of these people that you have seen on the course are these people that they are also not getting strange, but the people that you had been seeing on my Instagram, they're also having transformation physiques, because what I'm bringing to the table is not the fitness program with 5 times per week and a strict diet. It's not about that. It's about being athletic. It's about being stronger, and it's about getting into the best level of your life, but also having the 6-pack, but the pack that is not also, that is fucking shit, right? And also, and the people that you have been seeing on Instagram, they also have transformation physiques. And the people that you have been seeing on Instagram, they are also making changes. They are also having transformation physiques. And that's why my approach is completely different than the fitness or the classic program where you are 5 times per week, you are tracking every single macro, because it's not about that. What I'm bringing to the table is something completely different, where you're going to be working with your own body weight, but also with weights, without tracking. The idea of this is building the lifestyle that is going to be with you your entire life. And that's going to, and the side effect of that is so all these people that you are seeing now, that they have trust on me and my system, they are also having transformation physiques, like Kandui, like Nico, Ashus, losing body fat or building muscle. But what makes me different from the other fitness offer? Basically, I want to build something for long term. Okay. I'm not bringing to the table the classic 5 days per week strict diet, tracking every single macro, and in 2-3 months you're gonna be completely different. That's not how it works. And if you're here for that, you pick the wrong video, because what I'm bringing to the table is something completely different for long term, where you can hack yourself, because it's not the same being or looking stronger than being stronger. If you see the people at the gym, the average is not able to do a simple muscle up. So imagine being stronger and doing muscle ups, but at the same time being in shape. Is completely different. You can tell me whatever you want, but it's not the same. So how you can plan your weeks and your weekends to hug yourself and compare the progress in 6 months or in 12 months. How is that? Well, it's very simple. First thing first, you need a plan of action. You need to write down every single activity or goals that you're going to be doing on a daily basis. With goals, I mean habits. Those habits, that is small percent that is going to bring you to the final outcome, which is having your dream physique and being stronger. Every single week, try to review the plan of action, the areas that you want to improve, and your daily thoughts. Start journaling. Start writing what you had done and what you want to do for the future. Start doing more reflections about yourself and start prioritizing the small actions. So if I want to make this clear and straight to the point, the change doesn't need to be big, right? I don't want you waking up the next morning or the next Monday and say, I'm go all in or nothing. That's not how it works. Because I was there too. I was trying to do that and it didn't work out. It's all about making small, consistent efforts where you, at the same time, enjoy and you have fun. You go to the beach, you go to the restaurant, and you eat clean, and everything is in place. And you're still enjoying life. Meanwhile, you are doing small actions over time. Because if you zoom out, you are going to see how the progress is higher and higher. But if you zoom in, of course, it's not going to be perfect. And that's what we're looking for. We are not looking for perfection. We want efficient. We want to be consistent. And that's what is going to make you different and it's going to make you have results. Okay? That's the approach that you should be taking right now instead of, falling in the gap where the fitness industry is telling to you, do this, do that, follow this crazy exercise, follow this split at the gym, and your life is going to be 10 times better. That's not how it works out. Because if you are 100% realistic, we all have a life, we all have work, we all have relationships, and we are always trying to find time for all these things. So what about if you organize yourself and you make sure that you are every single day doing a small action that is going to bring you to that point where you always wanted to be? Right. So what I'm trying to say is find the perfect balance and don't make fitness harder than it is. For example, we had seen this crazy guy, which is getting crazy for a protein shake. He's like a ball with lack of mobility. I mean, we don't want that. It's not healthy at that point. And we have been seeing the same guy at the gym 6 or for 12 months that he pretty looks the same because of lack of knowledge, lack of discipline. So don't make harder than it is. And remember, if you're bringing me, and remember, if you're telling me that you don't have time, how the fuck you are gonna explain these people that they are basically with long shift, 12-hour shift, and you are telling me that you don't have time to basically take care of yourself? That's a lie. You don't have to be the whole day free to start taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. So every single time that you're making an excuse about that, please, we all know that you don't want to see the truth, because the truth is hard to accept, but it's the truth. So the conclusion of this video is you understanding the incremental system, which is small improvements over time. It's the system that allows me to change my body multiple times. It's the system that allows me to change other people's lives. It's the system that allows me to bring positive people that are hungry, to connect each other and create this environment where it's going to make you unstoppable. It's the system that allows me to track every single client progress, even if they got sick, even if they got long shift of 12 or 24 hours. Why? Because it's basically how my journey was. My journey was not about like 1 year and that's it. It was about years of experience, years of failing, years of basically trying the same thing. That's why I do really believe that this is the legendary way. This is the system that allows me to be in shape all year straight. So if you're looking to change yourself, if you're looking to level up your lifestyle, you got on the description the calendar where you can book a call and you're gonna talk with me about your context and how we're gonna implement my system into your lifestyle to have results, to have real results for long term. See you, my guys.